Okay, so here's a spoiler warning for anyone who has not played The Last of Us Part 2. We'll be discussing the ending of the game, and you have been warned there will be no more spoiler warnings. So, Ellie was wrong to forgive Abby towards the end of the game in The Last of Us Part 2. This is wrong on so many levels. First of all, I think this is a psyop to make the normal people afraid of revenge, make them passive and not care for their loved ones. The message that is being sent by the game is that even if your loved ones are hurt, or even worse, they're killed, we should forgive the killer and be killed ourselves. This is not a good message, and for a functioning society to thrive, there should be a balance of justice. This imbalance that is portrayed in The Last of Us Part 2, especially towards the ending, doesn't serve any purpose than just being a provocative and shocking narrative. So, Neil Druckmann, who wrote the game along with Haley Gross, both did a horrible job. This is not at all acceptable for a common person to be like, yeah, whoever killed your uh, family member, or even hell, even a father, even if they are your adopted father, you should forgive them. What kind of message does this send? It does not bode well with the thinking of a functioning person. Overall, the game did a very poor job. There are some stories that never need to be told. The Last of Us Part 2 was one such game. Especially the ending of Part 1, where Joel swears to Ellie on the things that happened and that he saved her, and that there are other immune people and cures that are being developed. So, this left so much to the imagination, and people could speculate. The game ended perfectly, it didn't need a sequel. The Last of Us Part 2 was a mistake that should have never happened. If you have played Part 2, you know how Ellie goes out uh, finding Abby and falls into a circle of revenge. And it is meant to be some sort of a provocative, very prophetic thing that the writers are trying to portray. But overall, it comes out as stupid. Everything about this game story is stupid. No meaning to the actions of the characters. It is just there to shock you into submission, and make you think that this is somehow very deep and profound storytelling, whereas it is morally wrong, reprehensible, and very bad storytelling. Neil Druckmann is not a good writer, he is a hack. The first game was good because he borrowed elements from many other movies and games, including movies like The Road, which portrayed the story of a father and a son beautifully. Since then, his ego has inflated so high that he thinks he is a good writer. Especially the writing in The Last of Us Part 2, which is so bad. Characters making choices that doesn't make any sense. People dying left and right like this is an HBO show. Alright, it is an HBO show right now, quite literally. So that's what they were going with the game. The characters became secondary to the overall narrative storytelling that they wanted to be profound, shocking, and subverted the expectations of the viewer. You know, it is a bad sign when creators say subvert their expectation. Where have I heard that before? Ah, Star Wars. Ryan Johnson set about doing the exact same thing and with Star Wars, and look where we are right now. So, part 2 was a mistake. The game should have never been made. Part 1 was perfect, they should have left it behind, but they didn't. They wrote a story no one needed, even they didn't know what to do. They made mistakes, the story was bad. Many of the Gen Z kids and TikTok generation who have attention span of less than 2 seconds think this game is profound and it is very deep. Whereas, on the other hand, it is shallow, it is deceiving, it is bad, outright bad. Ellie was not justified at all towards the end of the game. Her actions do not justify that is being shown in the cutscenes. The gameplay is so far removed from the actual cutscenes that it doesn't make any sense. Ellie kills almost 1,000 soldiers, including WLF and Scars, before reaching Abby, and she suddenly has a change of heart. It is so stupid and doesn't have any meaning. So, yeah, Ellie was wrong, 100% wrong to let Abby go. Ellie was wrong, or rather, Neil Druckmann was wrong.
And when people always like, I don't know if you get this often, people often come to me and they want the answer. They're like, which one is it? And I'm like, it's all those things. It's all